Good morning, sunshine. Say hi. Good morning, guys. Say good morning. Bye-bye. Not yet. Welcome, you guys to Good Morning Sunshine. We're going to talk about your attitude today and how your bad attitude is bumming me out. This is part of our magic practice. So this is magicking your way, and actually that's using gratitude, you guys, if you haven't been following along, out of negativity, and directly talking about the attitude that you're choosing to have and how to change that if you want to. So before we do that, say good morning, sunshine. And then in honor of this entire series that we're doing right now, we practice gratitude right off the bat. Right? So what are you grateful for? And we'll dive into that even more throughout today's video. We have been already for the last 6 days been doing gratitude every day for different things, right? So if you haven't checked that out, look at the rest of that so you can really see how we're diving deeply into gratitude continuously, right? So I am so incredibly grateful. Thank you so much, Witten, for this little character in my arms, you guys. This kid cracks me up. So his brother Quincy gets to go over to Grandma and Grandpa's all the time. Witten not so much, right? And he loves it. Like, he wants to go to Grandma's all the time. So this morning, he is like tenaciously sure that he's going to get himself there. So he's like super cute, and he asked for the jacket, for me to put this jacket on. So I put this jacket on him. It's his brother's, and he looks hilarious. And then he walks over and gets his brother's boots on. And then he walks up to the door and goes, "Grandma." Well, he says "Ma" is what he calls her, but just so cute. And I love to see these little humans and how their brains act. Don't you be acting so cute? So grateful for that, and the constant entertainment of that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, magicking your way out of negativity. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is the book that we're reading right now, right? The Magic by Rhonda Beard. And we are connecting to all of the different detailed lists of the ways that we could be grateful for things. And today's about the attitude that you choose to have. So let's just address something. Let's address the elephant in the room, you guys. Bad shit happens. Shh, plug your ears. It does, right? Things happen in your life where you are in a negative space, or you have the opportunity to be in a negative space as a reaction to situations, right? So think about something that just didn't get you all warm and fuzzy and giggly that's happened in your life. Because I guarantee you there's something, right? I guarantee you, good morning, sunshine, Nat, how are you? I guarantee you something has happened before that isn't exactly what you would want to have occur. But that's the way life is, right? Life is not, and I hate this, life is not all sunshines and rainbows, but it's not, like, right? We're offered different opportunities for experiences where we're going to learn and grow. So with this, we're looking at when things occur that aren't the best for you, how do you show up to those situations? Right? How do you allow for yourself to be negatively affected by X, Y, or Z? So let's just take something super simple, right? I'm like, what is that noise? It's the trash man. I was like, what? There's an earthquake. We're in Colorado, there's an earthquake. No, there's not. It's the trash man. So let's just take traffic, all right? Does anybody love traffic? Is anybody like, man, I hope that on my way to wherever you're going today, that I have to sit in a stream of traffic that's just butt to butt. You know, maybe there'll be a good detour or something. Like, oh, that's just the best. You guys, leaving church yesterday morning, it was crazy. I had no idea people went to the 11 a.m. service. We go to the early one, right? Like, it's nuts trying to get out there. There's traffic everywhere you go. So I turn one direction, and I'm like, we'll just go this way. We'll go through Erie. So I go down there, and then there's an accident. So then we can't go that way. So we go through another neighborhood, and then we go back out the other way. I mean, it took us almost an hour to get home, this 20-minute drive. Okay? Does anybody love traffic? I'm thinking not, right? But when you have this opportunity to be negative or positive about something, we get to do what's called the glad game, right? Exactly, Natalie. None of us can, right? We get to do this glad game. And I love this because they take it back to Disney's movie Pollyanna. Did anybody watch this? You'd have to be as old as me to ever have watched it. And I think I'm still actually a little bit, I don't know why I was watching Pollyanna. I probably should have been 10 years old or whatever. But Pollyanna, she plays this glad game. Anytime something's going wrong, you just play the glad game of what makes you smile, what makes you happy. And the coolest piece about this, you guys, and I know we talked about it even in yesterday's video, is that when you decide to pull gratitude in your heart, when you're sitting in that butt-to-butt traffic and you're just annoyed as all get out because, good morning, sunshine, Katie, because you can't get there, right? You're just oh my God, I just want to be out of the traffic. Okay, you can choose to be in that negative state, or you can choose to play the glad game. You can choose to have gratitude. You can choose to literally, you guys can make this a game with the family. My friend Dawn does this all the time, and I love it. On the way to school every single day, let's pick something we're grateful for, and let's dive into why we're grateful for that. So you could, at this moment, with your kids in the car, or just with yourself, you guys talk to yourselves. Have you don't talk to yourself as you're doing life wrong. Like, you got to talk out loud to yourself because you want to listen and interact with you. You're a great conversationalist. Like, start talking to her or him. I mean, it really does make a big difference, right? Good morning, Casey. So here you are, and you're in the car, and you're in all this traffic, and you're like, you know what? I am so thankful for those mountains over there. Like, aren't they beautiful? I get to pause for a second because I can't move anywhere because no cars are going anywhere, and I can just look at the snow-capped mountains. Oh my God, I'm so grateful for that. And let your heart actually feel that in the moment, right? And then you move on to, well, I'm so grateful that there are traffic lights. Can you imagine if there wasn't a stoplight? Yeah, I know that I'm sitting behind the stoplight and I've been here for 45 minutes now, but like, if there weren't lights, how would we even operate? How would we move through life? It would be so challenging. And when you do this, when you take this on, I feel like we can't like reiterate this enough. I love that you guys do that, Natalie. It's so cute. When you take this on, you'll realize that your heart space doesn't have availability for negative and positive emotions in the same moment. Can it do both? Yes. You can be pissed, you can be happy. You can be pissed, you can, and pretty quickly you can move back and forth. But when you have happiness in your heart, there scientifically cannot be unhappiness, right? There cannot be a negative emotion. So in that brief second that you decide to forget about the traffic and look at the snow-capped mountains, now you're bringing more light and love to your world because you're choosing happiness. You're choosing positivity. And the way that you react to any situation, you guys, is everything. It's everything. Just turn up the radio and sing, right? Barb, like, this is my perfect opportunity for a jam out session, or I've been wanting to learn the words to that song, so we're going to do that right now. Or I'm going to call a loved one that I haven't got to talk to for a while I sit here. There's so many beautiful things, but isn't it easier to react the other way? Like, especially habitually, if that's just what you do, it is so much easier, you guys, to choose any single time something negative happens in our life to embrace the negativity and get ourselves in a ho-hum attitude. And then what you do, you guys, is you bum everybody else out. Your ho-humness that you're carrying around with you is bumming the world out. And it's just a choice. So today's recognition in our magic practice is anytime you feel like you're slipping into that negative state, anytime something occurs that kind of pisses you off, and it should, like, that's fine, like, right? Like I said, there are things that occur that aren't beautiful sometimes. That's okay, but what's your reaction to the situation? Do you want to dive in and to delve around that subject and just sit in your own pile of crap? Or do you want to get yourself out of the pile of crap and move on? Because being in the crap, being in the bad attitude, being in that negative space isn't doing anyone good. It's not doing you good. It's not doing your children good. It's not doing your spouse good. It's not doing your friends good. It's not doing your coworkers good. Good morning, Sunshine, Ruthie, Eric, how are you guys? It's not doing anybody any good. So you can, absolutely. If you want to sit in your poo, then sit in your poo. I don't want you to high five that because that's just gross. Because I got poo in my hands and I don't want your poo in my hands, right? I don't want your negative attitude in my world. So you have the opportunity, if you're like, I don't know what to do then, Cal, like I am like pissed off half the day. What do I do? Literally, here's what your practice is. Look around you in this moment and imagine your life without some of those different things in your space. Imagine your life without the mountains. How would that make you feel? Imagine your life without the traffic lights. What would that be like for you? Imagine yourself without the coffee that's in your hand. What would that feel like? When you imagine yourself without, you're able to tie more closely to what the gratitude you have in your heart for having the with. And that's going to change your heart space. And once your heart space changes, you guys, you'll start to bring in more positivity. So this is what we have for today. Good morning, beautiful sunshines. I love, love, love to see your faces. If you have additional gratitudes on your heart, please share them. Natalie, I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you, love. Please share them on here because it warms one another up. So like streamline of gratitude is so amazing. I am doing the magic all month, but I have so many other things that I want to talk about that keep coming up that I don't get to deliver. So I'm either going to start recording some of those, or I might be going live twice, a couple times, just because there's stuff that I just need to get out and share. So if you see me like going live rando, that's why. Make sure you turn on the notifications if you do like to watch them, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, and that way you'll just get a push when I'm on. Or if you have an Apple Watch, apparently I just pop up right on your watch, which is great. Thank you, Witten. Okay, you guys, good morning, sunshines. If you're committed, commit to a positive attitude in the face of adversity. Love you guys. Bye.